Andrew Oates, Managing Director of Marine Money Asia, esteemed guests and fellow participants in this annual conference. I'm delighted to be here again. Thank you for inviting us as well. We are privileged to have the association of some of the distinguished industry colleagues of our committees as well. So, as part of the International Financial Services Center, the focus is entirely on how we provide financial services, including capital for various ship-related activities in India. So our regulations have constantly been evolving, and I believe that participation in such a platform and meeting with the industry at least once a year, I think I would thank Andrew for organizing this with a great punctuality, I think. This forum actually provides an opportunity to meet all the stakeholders related to maritime and financial sector. It provides an opportunity to discuss the future of India's shipping industry, its financing ecosystem, and the crucial role of the International Financial Center in realizing the goals of which have been laid out in our national vision. Globally, I think as mentioned in the introduction, the shipping has because of the overcapacity and many reasons. The finance also has actually gone down since 2010. The focus now remains on how shipping can be decarbonized. So I think the focus of finance has also shifted towards green shipping and ensuring that the carbon footprint of this very large industry is gradually brought down to meet the net zero goals of all the countries. So the focus on sustainable shipping has now been appears to be largely have obtained the support of large financial institutions. As a consequence, I think for instance, the Poseidon Principles, they have signatories of about at least 80% of the sources of shipping finance with the top 35 signatories. If you look at the overall financing at the global level, I think we see that based on some of the research reports put out, that the top 40 banks at the end of 2023 had about $284 billion. I think since the 2010 global financial crisis, this number has actually dropped. I think it's been seen from a high of nearly about $400 billion plus. The space has been covered by various forms of alternate finance, which include leasing, export finance, private equity, private debt, and public markets, and individual investors, and so on and so forth. So the role of the non-banks has significantly increased. So this report also says that all sources of finance, the outstanding was about $600 billion at the end of 2023. So while the banks have vacated some space, this has been filled in by a variety of other players. And therefore, I think this conference is a very important from the point of view of getting all these new stakeholders as well into the discussions. So we in the International Financial Services Center therefore would like to not only look at banking sources but also the alternate sources of finance, which include these private equity and private debt funds. Coming back to India's maritime vision, as India's economy continues to expand, driven by rising consumer and commodity demand, the maritime sector is poised for significant growth, with the ambitious target of achieving about $2 trillion of exports by 2030. A robust shipping industry is therefore a very important critical enabler. The Government of India has recognized this imperative, and in the recent budget announced several key initiatives to support the maritime industry, which includes a 25,000 crore maritime development fund to address long-term financing needs, especially for activities like shipbuilding. Then a shipbuilding financial assistance policy to promote indigenous shipbuilding, and a focus on skilling and technology adoption to enhance industry and competitiveness. So the maritime vision also sets forth a roadmap for the center's holistic development, with the goal of India becoming one of the top 10 maritime nations by 2030 and among the top 5 by 2047. Strengthening interconnected themes such as port infrastructure, logistics, shipbuilding, technology, policy reforms, and global collaboration. While the vision is certainly ambitious, it will require substantial investments. The Indian maritime sector therefore requires nearly about $1 trillion by 2047 and about 5 lakh crores by 2030 to unlock its full potential. A stronger domestic fleet, currently India's shipping fleet stands at around 13.6 million DWT, a fraction of the global fleet of 1.36 billion cross tons. So this has resulted in India primarily operating as a charterer rather than a ship-owning nation. So therefore, I think the challenges need to be met head-on, and finance is one of them. Many Indian shipping companies have therefore moved abroad, and the international financial center therefore has been set up to address the issue of actually reversing this trend of people moving out of this country. The government initiatives on ship leasing and financing has been primarily focused on creating an enabling leasing framework. A significant milestone was the notification of the ship leasing as a financial product within the International Financial Services Center in GIFT City. This framework enables operating leases, financial leases and hybrid models. Tax benefits have been provided for a variety of these activities, which include exemptions from withholding tax, for lease payments and capital gain tax exemptions and so on and so forth. A strategic shift towards reducing dependence on foreign jurisdictions by creating a world-class ship leasing and financing hub is one of the goals of this leasing framework. The GIFT IFSC ecosystem is designed to support the maritime industry across multiple dimensions, which include operators, which include the Indian flagged and foreign flagged vessels, ship owners, which includes the Indian flagged and proposed foreign flagged vessels, and also financiers such as the international banking units, funds, etc. Now, when the foreign banks that took half a century to scale up their balance sheets from, to about $8 to $10 billion in domestic India, have been able to scale up to that level, and of course in all forms of finance, in about 2 to 3 years in the GIFT IFSC. So similarly, funds have deployed about nearly $7 billion in the last 3 years. And as of today, there are about 30 international banks and Indian banks located in the International Financial Services Center with an overall asset size of $78 billion, out of which about $50 billion has been lent to Indian corporates and foreign subsidiaries of Indian companies, as well as foreign companies as well. If you look at the fund ecosystem today, we have about 155 fund managers, and with 215 funds registered as of date. The total commitments that have been raised by the funds in GIFT City have cost about $16 billion, out of which about $7 billion have actually been invested into India and the neighborhood as well. The total amount of money which has been invested in the neighborhood would be $700 million out of the $7 billion. So therefore, the financial ecosystem within GIFT City has been scaling up. Now, coming to the very question of how do we bring in a ship financing ecosystem is the question, I think. So, a few banks in GIFT City have already started financing both aviation and shipping, I think. So, for instance, as of now, I think nearly about 3 ships have been financed by a few of the banks in GIFT City. We expect those numbers to go up as banks build their specialized capabilities in GIFT City. The GIFT City therefore now offers a cost-effective platform for raising finance. And today, for instance, the top Indian corporates do not go abroad for either raising a line of credit or issuing bonds. In fact, there is also an active bond market in GIFT City with the India INX, which is one of the 2 international exchanges, having an outstanding of nearly $68 billion of bond listings in GIFT City. A total of about 150 issuers have 150 issuances have been made by about 50 issuers in GIFT City. So the bond market also offers an opportunity for some of the financial requirements of the shipping industry as well. The advantage of GIFT City is that it is a piece of foreign territory within India. So the Foreign Exchange Management Act of India does not apply to GIFT City, and therefore it's a territory where I think the capital movement is completely free of any kind of controls. So profits can be repatriated, capital can be brought in and brought out without any regulatory approvals. But of course, you cannot do transactions in the rupee. I think the transactions can be done in any of the 15 freely convertible currencies, including the US dollar and euro, etc. So the tax policy that has been put in place, including the latest announcement on on exempting capital gains on sale of ships once lessor exits the business. It's also being clarified in the latest budget by the Finance Minister. So we expect that this tax regime also to continuously keep improving to enable all forms of ship businesses to come up in GIFT City. The progress in the ship financing ecosystem has been quite encouraging. So far we have registered about 22 ship lessors. We have attracted financing support from 28 major international and domestic banks, and of course a few of them have begun to invest in the shipping businesses. The close proximity of the Gujarat Maritime Cluster and the Gujarat Maritime University is also an added advantage. The GIFT City therefore intends to play a very important role in the times going forward, and thanks to the very liberal FDI policy, GIFT City can be used as a platform for investing into shipping businesses in India as well. I think with the government having been announced the possibility of shipbuilding scaling up in India, I think from defense-oriented shipbuilding to commercial shipbuilding, I think the opportunity for financing these activities also would happen in a cost-effective manner out of GIFT City. So as we continue to refine this evolving ecosystem, I mean, while I say that, I think it is not as if the ecosystem is without difficulties. There are a number of teething troubles which have continuously been resolved, and we have a few more unresolved issues which is receiving our attention and the attention of the various ministries concerned. We will continue to go after them till we have an ecosystem which is completely supportive of building larger leasing ecosystem out of GIFT City. So the progressive policy reforms and a continuously improving business environment, the GIFT City and India are well positioned to capitalize on the growing maritime economy. Already a leader in ship finance, ship management and recycling, India can leverage the strategic initiatives to strengthen its global position in ship ownership and finance as well. And this we believe is a very important initiative to scale up employment and growth also in this country. So with these few words, I will stop here and wish this conference all success, and look forward to active discussions in the conference as well as outside. Thank you very much.